Hey everyone. So, if you're a houseplant person, you know the feeling. You want your plants to look amazing, healthy, lush, and with that super glossy sheen. And for years, the go-to has been a quick spray of leaf shine. But what if that simple can is actually doing some serious damage? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into.
Yeah, I know. That sounds a little dramatic, right? We buy this stuff thinking we're giving our plants a little extra TLC, not hurting them. But when you look at what's happening on a microscopic level, it tells a completely different and honestly a pretty shocking story. And let's be honest, we get the appeal. A shiny leaf just screams healthy. It's that picture-perfect look you see in magazines. Leaf shine gives you that instant gratification. It's sold as the perfect finishing touch. But the problem is, what it's really finishing is your plant's ability to actually function.
Okay, so here's the core of the issue. That beautiful, waxy gloss comes at a huge biological price. We're basically choosing a short-term cosmetic look over the plant's long-term health. And it all boils down to one thing, a kind of secret suffocation. To really get this, we've got to zoom way in on the leaf itself. The surface is covered in thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, of these tiny little pores called stomata. You can think of them as the plant's mouth and nose all rolled into one. They are absolutely essential for its survival, handling everything the plant needs to trade with the air around it. So, in a healthy, happy plant, this is how it works. The stomata open up to breathe in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, how it makes its food, and then they exhale water vapor. That's a process called transpiration, and it's basically how a plant sweats to keep itself cool. It's this beautiful, perfectly balanced system. And this is where the leaf shine comes in and just wrecks the whole system. When you spray that stuff on, you're basically coating the leaf in a film of oil or wax that plugs up all those tiny pores. So suddenly, the plant can't take in CO2 to feed itself, and it can't release water to cool down. It is quite literally being suffocated. And you might think, okay, so the leaves can't breathe. Is it really that big a deal? Well, yeah, because it's not just one problem. Blocking the plant's ability to breathe sets off this chain reaction, this cascade of negative effects that messes with pretty much every vital function the plant has. This table really lays it all out. You block photosynthesis, the plant basically starts to starve, right? Its growth gets stunted. You reduce its respiration, and its whole immune system gets weaker, making it more vulnerable to pests and diseases. And when you stop transpiration, it can't cool off, which can lead to leaf scorch, and it can't pull water and nutrients up from the roots properly. It's a total system failure, all for a little shine. So, what is this stuff that's causing all this chaos? You'd hope it's some kind of specially formulated plant-safe oil, but the reality is way more industrial, and honestly, it's pretty wild when you see what's in there. Just take a look at this list. The first things you see are butane and propane. Yeah, flammable gases, just to get the stuff out of the can. Then you've got solvents like petroleum naphtha, and the shine itself is usually just plain old mineral oil. These are industrial chemicals, folks, byproducts of fossil fuels. We're not talking about plant food here. And all of this leads to what I think is the biggest irony of using leaf shine. I mean, one of the main reasons many of us have houseplants is to help clean our indoor air, right? Well, when you use these products, you create something I call the dirty air paradox. We know for a fact from tons of studies that plants are incredible natural air filters. They literally pull nasty stuff like benzene and formaldehyde out of the air, and they do it through, you guessed it, those very same stomata we've been talking about. So here's the paradox. It's a triple whammy. First, you clog the pores, so you completely shut down the plant's air filtering ability. Poof, gone. Second, that oily, sticky coating is a magnet for dust and grime, which then blocks the sunlight the plant needs for photosynthesis. And third, the spray itself, with its propellants and solvents, is actually releasing its own volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, into your home. You're taking a natural air purifier and turning it into a dusty ornament that makes your air worse. And hey, before you run to the fridge thinking, I'll just use mayonnaise or milk, that's natural, please don't. That can actually be even worse. Those organic fats and proteins will just rot on the leaf, creating the absolute perfect breeding ground for mold, fungus, and all sorts of nasty pests. Okay, enough of the doom and gloom. We've hammered home the problem. The good news is that there are much, much better ways to get that beautiful, healthy look. So let's forget what not to do and focus on what we can do to get a real natural glow that actually comes from a healthy plant. Now, this is a really key difference to understand. What we want is the right sill, not the wrong silicone. Silicone, that's Si, is a nutrient the plant actually takes up through its roots. It strengthens the plant's cell walls from the inside out, making the leaves naturally stronger and glossier. That's real health. Silicone oil is just a suffocating cosmetic you slather on the outside. So, what does the right way look like? It's actually super simple. It's just about keeping things clean. A weekly dusting with a dry microfiber cloth is huge. Every once in a while, give your plants a little lukewarm shower. It mimics rain, and they love it. For those big, smooth leaves, a damp cloth works wonders. And if you do have some serious gunk built up, a tiny drop of gentle Castile soap and water will cut right through it. And not all leaves are created equal, so you gotta use the right tool for the job. That microfiber cloth is perfect for smooth leaves, like on a monstera or a ficus. But for fuzzy leaves, like on an African violet, no water, no oils, just a soft, dry brush. Delicate things like ferns and calatheas really appreciate that gentle shower. And fair cacti and succulents, a little puff of compressed air is a great way to get dust out of all those nooks and crannies.
Really, it all just comes down to this one simple truth. The most beautiful, healthy shine isn't something that comes out of a can. It's the natural luster a plant has when its leaves are clean, its systems are working properly, and it's truly healthy from the inside out. That's the goal. So, I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. When we reach for that can of leaf shine, what are we really doing? Are we treating our plant like a living, breathing partner in our home? Or are we treating it more like a plastic decoration that just needs to be polished? True plant care is about supporting life, not just faking an aesthetic. And that's a much more rewarding way to go.